Alright, hello, I'm Chris and welcome back to the ropes of Rock Roundtable. Now, usually we discuss classic rock on this channel, but today we're going to be discussing something a little bit different. We will be discussing the music of the Super Mario Bros. Video game series. Quite good if I do say so myself. Today I have some slightly different lineup of panelists with me. I have Matthew and Matt.
Ayo, what's up?
Alright, and of course, I'm Chris Botgle, as I said earlier. Once again, if you do like this style of content and podcast, be sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's go on. So, I know all of us here are fans of Mario and the series, and he's had a long and storied history of music from, his own games, spin offs like Luigi's Mansion and WarioWare, even a movie now this year. Two movies actually, but we don't really count one of those. Um, so yeah, he's had a long history of music. Um, we're going to be discussing our favorite songs from Mario's series and adjacent series. Um, which one of you wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right, Matthew. What is your one of your favorite songs or a couple of songs that go together from the Super Mario Bros. Series?
All right. I'm gonna go with a game that was actually my first Mario game that I ever played, and that was Super Mario Sunshine. And I'm gonna go with Delfino Plaza, which is basically the your hub world of the game, as it is like it's modeled after my preferred play a Mario game, which is Sandlot, where you basically just go everywhere and just collect the fun. And it's a very, you know, it's just great music and it's happy and all that.
Yeah, well, people who know me know that I'm a Super Mario Sunshine defender, and I think it's quite a great game, personally. And I do quite like the soundtrack on that one. It's not one of the best Mario game soundtracks, but there are some really great tracks in there, such as, of course, Delfino theme, as Matthew said, which is the best, as well as things like Rico Horrible and Gelato Beach, I particularly like as well. Um, Matt, what are your thoughts on Super Mario Sunshine and its soundtrack?
I agree. First of all, it's underrated. I feel like people don't give it enough credit. I feel like it's better than people say it is. And that's someone who's played it thanks to 3D All Stars on Switch. I actually quite enjoyed it. um, Speaking of Mario Sunshine, I actually have one on my list too. It's a completely different one. I have the secret chorus music for Mario Sunshine. This music, oh yeah, yeah, that one. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
good. Like when I played the secret levels, like I couldn't even focus for the first time because I was just like busy jamming. I was like, dude, this remix of the Mario Brothers Overworld theme, it's so like, and then like you have like the background voices kind of doubling over the other one. Oh,
yeah.
it's so good. It's such a good remix of the Overworld. Probably one of my favorite Mario World One Overworld themes that they've done in a Mario game.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it certainly is something. I remember the first time I heard it, it was just like, hey, this is kind of different.
Yeah, I was like all like the little acapella voices and stuff. It was really cool.
Yep. Yeah, I really appreciate that they did something different with the Mario theme for that. The version of it that appears in Odyssey, I felt like it was a little bit more
It
straightforward.
it made the secret levels better for me, especially the harder ones. It made me enjoy them a little more because I just had that music in the background.
Yeah, um,
Because some of those secret levels are annoying.
some of the secret levels are, but I do generally like them personally.
Yeah, they're unique.
They take some getting used to.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
oh, I technically it actually is your turn now, Matt. So what one do you have to list off?
Well, since Matthew mentioned his first Mario game he ever played, I'm gonna do one from mine. Mario World, the ending theme. The ending theme, the credits theme of Mario World is amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
it's kind of a forced,
it's one of
really.
the best credits themes out there.
Yeah, it's one of the
Uh,
first really memorable credits themes, in my
yeah,
opinion.
and of course, I think this game soundtrack's amazing. I could have picked like the overworld theme, the athletic theme, because those are great too. But I figured just maybe for this time, I picked the ending because that ending music like has a lot of memories for me. So Reminds me when I finished Mario World when I was a kid.
Yeah. Mario World's great. My favorite 2D Mario game, actually.
My
That'd be the same for
favorite
me, honestly.
my favorite 2D Mario game is Mario Brothers 3.
Wow.
That's up there too. That's
Yeah,
a really good one.
they're the top two, in my opinion.
I think
I
I
agree.
think for me it's Mario World, and then number 2 is actually New Super Mario Brothers Wii for me.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a good game. I don't like how some people have been hating on the New Super Mario Bros. Games recently since Wondle's announcement.
I know, like I know dead now, but they were great games. Even Mario New Super Mario the franchise Mario Brothers 2 and New Super Mario Brothers U were really good. I actually really like New Super Mario Brothers U.
I've never played New Super Mario Bros. 2, but I've played all the other ones, and I quite liked them personally. So and besides,
Yeah.
New Super Mario Bros. You gave us Nabbit, and that's great.
Which, if we ever do a part 2 to this, by the way, Mario Wonder's soundtrack already sounds amazing.
Yeah, Mario Wonder looks amazing just in general. I
It
like
does.
Yeah, I guess it's my turn. Since we're on the subject of Super Mario World as well as the 2D Mario games, I would want to shout out the overworld and athletic themes from both Super Mario Bros. 3 and World, which were already
Nice.
kind of mentioned by Matt and Matthew both, but those are both great tracks, as well as the Super Mario Bros. 2 overworld theme, and something that I'm not sure as many people are going to think about when they think about great Mario music is I specifically want to shout out the Super Mario World style snow winter level theme from Mario Maker 2. I quite like that. It's very nice.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it's great. It's from Mario Maker 2. I love that one. I made most of my levels in the snow themed, especially in World theme, just because it was such a pretty theme. But then it also had a really banger soundtrack as well.
That's one of my favorite things about the Mario Maker games is hearing like different types of songs or different types of levels that didn't exist in those games. Like it's so cool to hear that, and they kept them in the exact style. Like that's one of my favorite things. You didn't have desert levels or ghost levels in Super Mario Brothers, so like hearing the songs they made for them is really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I also like the Desert one from World, but my favorite of the new tracks from Homeko 2 has got to be the Winter/Snow level one from the World theme because it's just an
Oh
absolute
yeah.
banger.
The only themes that have all those like songs or that don't have any new songs are New Super Mario Bros. U and Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah,
Because they all have themes already in their games, but Mario World, Mario 1, Mario 3, and Mario World all have some new songs for their
alright.
themes.
Yeah, I agree. Matthew, it's your turn again.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go bit off brand for me, and I'm gonna go with honestly one of my probably least favorite Mario 3D Mario games, and that's Super Mario 3D World, and that is I believe the first level. That music.
Oh, Super Bro
Um,
Hill.
yeah, super. Yeah, thank you. I can go on about how I felt that I think that it's probably not one of my favorite ones, but the music in that game was like really good, and I love the, how that song is played, how you know it's a very like Saturday morning type uh, kind of attitude to it, and I really enjoy that song.
Yeah, I think Super Mario 3D World has one of the best, soundtracks, one of the most holistically consistent, and also just a really great vibe to it. Soundtracks of any of the Mario games. It really has this kind of
Oh
light,
yeah.
jazzy feel. There's a lot of great tracks on it. You got Double Cherry Pass. You've got the snow level theme from it.
Oh, Double Cherry Pass is a good one
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Oh.
Double Cherry Pass is a great one. One of my personal favorites from that game.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
catchy.
I love the soundtrack in that game in general. Even just like the overworld, hub world theme and everything. Sprawling Savannah, that's a great theme. And something I really like about it is kind of like in a way, it kind of reminds me of Mario Kart 8's soundtrack. It's kind of
Yeah,
this light,
they use a lot of the
jazzy.
live instruments.
Yeah,
They use a lot of the live instruments too.
it's this light, sort of breezy, jazzy feel that I
Oh
think
yeah,
works very well and sets the tone of this, 3D platforming, kind of cute 3D platforming, fun, kind of poppy feel, but very well. Um, I really, really like 3D World soundtrack. Um,
yeah.
one of the best. All right, Matt, it's your turn again.
Live music works very well for Mario games.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, this is really great for me. This is a great segue into my next song, which is from 3D World. The world. When I got to the last world map and I heard that music, oh my god, that world Bowser music is like the. When I heard that, I was like, dude, I don't even want to go into the next level. I just want to sit on this world map.
Yeah, that world map was really pretty, and I think the music really helped it too. It was kind of intimidating, but sparkly
Like,
in a way. I don't know
why
if that
did
makes sense.
Bowser go off? Why did Bowser go hard on his world map theme? It's
Hey,
so good.
hey, when you're the king of Koopas, you can afford to get the best Koopa composers to, come make music for you.
Yeah, the last like main world, like has the best song. Of not counting like the bonus world, of course. But like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. I love that overworld theme as well, or hub world theme. I know from
Yeah,
Bowser's, final.
but let's be honest. Bowser has a lot of great songs in the Mario games.
Yeah, as I said, he can afford it.
Yeah.
Alright, it is my turn again, so I want to shout out what is probably my personal favorite Mario game, or in my top two Mario games, which is 64, Super Mario 64.
Oh
Um,
yes.
so, Super Mario 64 has a lot of great, great songs, and I think all three of us can discuss it maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I know Matt will. First off, I want to shout out the Peach's Castle theme, the kind of mysterious yet elegant, sort of overworld theme
Classic.
from that game. It is a classic. It really has this really great feel. It's almost Zelda-esque in a way. As I said, it's very elegant, very regal, but very mysterious, very intriguing, and it really helps, the castle feel larger than life. Like the castle, is well designed in the game. I feel like as a hub world, but the music really, I think, extends that even further and really completes the whole feel of it. Is this large, sort of, you know, this large mysterious place that has a lot of these, back channels and the basement and upstairs that maybe Mario hasn't been to every place in it before, and it feels quite large and spacious, very elegant and regal looking, but as I said, also kind of mysterious, and the music really sells that, I think, perfectly. And that theme we do see kind of continue on in other games in a little bit of a more elegant, less regal sort of manner. I'm pretty sure. I think we saw it in Odyssey as well. At least some.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
when you get to the end, and you get to Mushroom Kingdom. You go in the castle and you hear that.
I'm thinking about some other games it was in as well. I'm pretty sure it appears at least some in the music for Mario plus Rabbids as well.
Oh, I
Um,
think it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's become sort of, especially the opening of it has become sort of a fanfare for Peach, which is good, but nothing will, in my opinion, ever live up to the original version of that song with the mysterious feel of it.
Yeah.
So what are y'all's thoughts on Mario 64's soundtrack?
I I do love. It's got a lot of great like iconic classic songs. I actually have one in here too. Um, I have the staff roll music again with the ending music. Another Mario game with great ending music.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah, yeah, I like it too, yeah. It has a really good end credits theme.
I got chills when I beat Mario 64 and I heard that music. I was like, oh my gosh.
but little did you know a giant penguin was coming after you. Matthew, what are your thoughts on Mario 64 soundtrack?
It's I think it's maybe top 5 like best Mario soundtracks. I think I prefer like Odyssey, Sunshine, Galaxy, and probably World and Brothers 3 more. But you can't deny that it's like a very good uh, uh, score that they've done. I was thinking of my favorite piece from Mario 64 is the water theme.
Oh, Dire Docks.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's great. I really like
That-
the peaceful
I
feeling.
get chills. I get literal like goosebumps from that song.
It's very relaxing,
It is.
Yeah, I have
Whatever.
it on my list too, Matthew.
It's funny because maybe it's a little too relaxing for how chaotic those levels can be.
especially when you have like an eel, coming after you.
Peacefully being eaten by a giant eel. So relaxing.
Or drowning.
Peacefully drowning.
Just do.
Peacefully drowning while being eaten by a giant eel.
I also love, of course, Bob on Battlefield, classic song. Very iconic.
Very iconic.
What else is there? Oh, the Koopa's Road music is really good as well.
Coco Mountain is one of my favorite ones. The
Oh,
snow
yeah.
level theme. I always really like the snow level themes, with what be
Yeah, that one
Mario
too.
or Banjo-Kazooie or anything like that. I was
About-
talking
and,
about I was talking about the snow level theme from World. All in all.
And I also love the Bowser battle theme too.
Yeah, the Bowser Battle theme, and also it's I also want to shout out its remix in Super Mario Galaxy 1 as well.
Dude, I know, I love that. Oh, and it kind of is like referenced a bit in Odyssey as well.
Yeah, it is the best Bowser theme. I like it better even than like the airship theme from Super Mario Bros. 3 or the Bowser Bros. Themes that we see in some other games. It is my favorite sort of Bowser or road
It's like I
Bowser
said.
theme.
It's like I said, with Bowser having amazing freaking music.
Yeah.
It's been since Mario 64. That's been a trend. And
Um,
like, when I think of Bowser, it's the first song I think of too.
Yeah.
Bowser and Disney villains having the best song in their respective soundtracks.
And then in the Mario movie, Bowser also had an amazing song.
Yeah.
Mm.
Peaches.
Amazing.
Yeah. Before we move on from 64, I do want to mention just a few other tracks. The Mario 64 slide theme is become kind of the ultimate meme of music of the Nintendo community.
That's the one I was forgetting. I knew I was forgetting one. Yeah. That one's definitely like the most used like song for memes. You see it all over the place. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, it's everywhere.
Yeah, shout out to it. It's great. And it's very meme-y. It really drives home the feel of being chased by a giant penguin.
Or those Silva Gunner edits that make it the Flintstones theme.
Yeah. And one other thing I want to mention is Mario 64 has my personal favorite variation of the Superstore theme, and that sounds really great in my opinion. And of course, it also has its kind of epic walking Metal Mario equivalent as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about the Wing Cap theme. That theme is amazing.
Yeah.
And also the sand desert thing. I forgot what the world. That one and
Lava Land / Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot the name of the sand level too. It also plays in Lethal Lava Land. So we'll say Lethal Lava Land.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like the Wing Cap music's good because it's a start theme, but then it has those like little notes underneath it.
Yeah, it has
which
that
I really
kind
love.
of like it has a kind of wavy synth line under the notes of the main store theme.
I remember one time I was in Bob on Battlefield, and I literally just spent my time flying around there just to hear that music because I was like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta hear this music."
Yeah, it's great.
They've also used that version of the Star theme in other games too.
Yeah,
I think Galaxy. Oh, Galaxy did use it. Yes, I do remember Galaxy having that one
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Galaxy did use it. I don't think it was ever seen in Sunshine. Some other
No,
game I
it was
think
in
it was
Galaxy
in.
though.
Yeah, it was in Galaxy, and I think Galaxy 2 as well.
Yeah, I remember hearing it in those. It's probably used in some other ones too, but
Yeah, I just can't quite put my finger on which right now. Uh, Hopefully it will make an appearance in Super Mario Wonder. Um,
oh yeah, there we go.
so I think it's your turn again, Matthew.
All right, let's go to my personal favorite Mario game, which is Super Mario Odyssey. Um,
Heck yeah.
yeah, it's just like as I said before, like the type of Mario game I prefer is Sandlot, and that's like Sunshine, and even if I don't like it as much as Sunshine 64, I still like how that's done. Although the only one of the linear ones I really loved was Galaxy, which was my previous favorite Mario game. Um, this is so many good. I think there's so many good ones. I'm just gonna go with the basic one and go with the I believe it's Metro Kingdom, or the one that's basically New York.
Dude,
Metro
the
Kingdom.
New
Yeah,
Donk
Metro.
City music. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
that.
New Donks. Yeah, it's just fantastic. It's very lively, and it was like used in the promotionals, and I would just gush over the soundtrack of this and just Super Mario Odyssey in general. So
It's another one of the like top 5 best soundtracks for a Mario game.
I agree.
I disagree, although I do quite like it, and I also want to shout out Fossil Falls. I really like Fossil
Oh.
Falls' theme, kind of the main theme from Odyssey.
You want to know what's weird though
What?
about Fossil Falls? Even though the game is still new and I can still play it, for some reason I get like nostalgia from hearing Fossil Falls. Like I get like really weird chills and nostalgia.
Well,
I don't know why.
It was featured. I think I know why, Matt. It was featured pretty heavily in the game's promotions. It's probably more nostalgia for the game's
Maybe
promotion
Yeah.
hype cycle.
Maybe I remember when it was like first revealed, and then I'm just remembering that because I remember being so hyped when that was first revealed. Maybe that's what it is.
I think it. I'm not sure if it appeared in the very first trailer, but it appeared in pre-release all over the place.
Yeah, I'm probably remembering that. But yeah, also it's just a really pretty song too. So there's that.
And I also want to shout out the Bonneton theme from the Cap Kingdom, as well as the Bowser's Kingdom theme.
I just thought of the Bonneton theme when you said that.
The Bonneton theme, yeah, it's quite a bit different. It's a bit more kind of sleepy gothic. I really kind of like it. It's different from Mario music. There's nothing quite in the series like it. As I said, I like the kind of Japanese style Bowser Kingdom theme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about Bowser music earlier. That's a good one. And of course, the Steam Gordon's Forest Kingdom, or whatever its name is, theme.
There you go. I was hoping you'd mention that one.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't really know how to explain it. Industrial, jazzy kind of feel to it. Very nice. Very nice. I quite like it as well. I didn't find Odyssey's soundtrack to be as good as 64's or the Galaxy games, or it was about on par with Sunshine's, though, I'd say. Still a great video game soundtrack, though, especially compared to most of what comes out these days. I've been kind of sad recently that a lot of video games, other than Nintendo games, haven't been spending as much time on soundtrack, with only kind of a few exceptions on other consoles. So yeah, Odyssey's soundtrack is good. So I think it's your turn again, Matt.
Yep. Well, I guess I'll keep the Odyssey train going. I have a 2-in-1 kind of here. So the Pauline songs, Jump Up Superstar and Break Free Lead the Way. These two songs are freaking bangers. Like basically our first two Mario songs to have lyrics, and it's great. Like, we already heard Jump Up Superstar in the trailers, and it was great hearing those there, but when I got to like the end of the game and I heard Break Free playing in the background, I was like, my gosh, they went all out with this.
Technically,
That scene when you're with Bowser and you're just slashing through the blocks and the Break Free Lead the Way is playing in the background, it's so good.
Yeah.
And the level where Jump Up Superstar plays is like one of the best levels. Going through like the retro Donkey Kong levels. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's great. I really like that. Although I will
I
say,
think.
technically, the first Mario song with lyrics was "Mario, save me with your charm," which Princess Daisy raps.
I mean, I guess, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Nobody.
I'm not
We're
actually,
not
I'm not
counting that.
actually
We're
counting
not
Yeah,
that.
counting.
that
We're not
doesn't
counting
count. That
that.
doesn't count. That doesn't count.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Mario
actually
Odyssey.
counting it, but I had to mention it because it's
But like,
hilarious.
break free, lead the way as well. Like Pauline makes her grand return after like who knows how many years, and then she gets 2 songs with that she sings. It's great. Also, break free, lead the way was the one I was telling you was an Odyssey because part of the song it goes like. I was like, man, but the levels that they play in help the songs too because they're both amazing
Yeah,
and they're both extremely catchy.
I really liked Odyssey. Sometimes I see people criticize it, and while it isn't my favorite Mario game, I don't think it's bad by any means. I've never understood some of the backlash I've seen to it, honestly.
This game made me like Pauline as a character. Like she's one of my favorite Mario characters now.
A lot of people have been saying that actually since Odyssey. You know, Pauline, she's everywhere now. She's in the Mario sports games. She made a brief appearance
She
in the movie.
she got the Rosalina treatment. Rosalina appeared in Galaxy, and then she started appearing in everything.
Yeah,
It's the
it
same
took it
thing.
took Pauline quite a bit longer than Rosalina, though.
Oh yeah, but I mean, oh yeah, that's true. Because well, no, like a year later, she was added to Mario Tennis Aces. Like a year
No,
later
no,
after
I'm
Odyssey.
counting. I'm counting since Pauline's first appearance.
Oh yeah, well I guess yeah,
It
but
took
if you go off her
decades.
But if you go off her reappearance, I guess then that's
Yeah,
different.
it's kind of a whole rebooted character in a way.
But
Well,
she comes back and then appears in everything. Now she's in Strikers as well. She's in golf. Hopefully, she's in Mario Kart Tour, so hopefully soon to be in Mario Kart 8 as well. It'd be great.
okay, so you've
Perfect.
given me a good transition by mentioning Rosalina to go into what I'm going to be talking next.
Yes,
Galaxy.
yes.
I knew
Oh,
you were
let's
going to be
go.
hyped for this. I
Oh,
love a lot of
go.
songs, especially I'm going to mention, of course, since we mentioned Rosalina, Common Absorbatory theme, one of the best
yes. I have that in
hub
my
themes,
playlist.
one of the best hub themes from the Mario series.
Each one gets better too. By the way, the first one's good, second one's better, but the third version of the song, that's the best one.
All of them were great. I kind of like the kind of
Oh
sleepy
yeah,
nostalgia of the earlier versions when you're later in the game and have the, later version.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling a little bit nostalgic about that progression.
Also, shout out to the Smash version as well. That
Yeah,
remix is really good.
and I would be also curious to hear the rest of y'all's thoughts on the Mario Galaxy soundtrack as well. What about you, Matthew?
I mean,
Oh.
Well, Matt
sorry.
first said talk first, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
can-
I didn't mean to.
You could go first,
I don't-
Matt.
I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Sorry.
No problem.
I honestly probably my. Oh God, is it? I mean, I guess it would be of the mainline Mario games. It's definitely like my favorite soundtrack. If we were counting like all games, including spin-offs, there's definitely some others. But Galaxy and Galaxy 2 together, like probably some of my favorite Mario songs ever. Like, there's so many iconic ones, and maybe it's because I grew up with Galaxy and I have just a lot of nostalgia for them. But it's just so good. I think this was like one of the first Mario games to use live instruments too.
Yeah, I think it was the first really Nintendo game to use live instruments.
Yeah, it was like ahead of its time. The graphics were ahead of its time, but the music was too. Like they really pushed the Wii to its limits back when those games came out.
Yeah, Galaxy was great, and, Matthew, what do you have to say about soundtrack? Because I know you want to go.
Oh, sure. This is Galaxy One is probably my favorite. I know I talked a lot about Odyssey, but Galaxy was the game that I remembered a lot. Seeing my siblings play that game on the Wii, and I was going to mention to Matt when he was going to say "Lead the Way." Wait, break that the last song you play.
Yeah, Break Free, Lead the Way.
Break Free, Lead the Way. I'm a big anime fan. And it just reminds me of like a song they would play on, the theme song.
Especially if you play the Japanese version.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And like also again with Galaxy, it's very sounds like music you may hear in a Studio Ghibli movie or Ghibli movie. technically. I wanted to see Ghibli to do a Mario movie, please. But I think my favorite one. I'm trying to think of my favorite of this one. This is just so good. You can't really pick.
I have a bunch listed too. Don't worry.
So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna like Matt because he's gonna say my favorite. So, you know, you know what I like? I like when you open the game. That's my favorite track.
Yeah, it's always satisfying though.
Exactly.
It's a very satisfying opening.
Yeah,
I agree.
both Galaxy and Galaxy 2 have these very satisfying sort of stop screens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But there are a lot of great tracks in the Galaxy games. Another one I want to mention is we saw the first appearance of the Captain Toad theme in Galaxy. Although it would be, I think the later part of it got added some later game, I think 3D World.
Yes, that is. Dude, you have no idea. When I heard that song in 3D World, I was like, oh my god, they brought Captain Toad back from Galaxy. I was so happy. I was like, yo, they actually brought him back. I was so happy. That was like the coolest thing ever.
Captain Toad is great. I love Captain Toad.
Some people forget Captain Toad originated in Galaxy.
And it appeared briefly, I think, in the end credits, the Captain Toad theme of the movie, too, didn't it?
Yes, and it was also when Mario first meets Toad, you do hear like a doot 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 in the background when he meets Toad.
Yeah, it's a great
yeah, they put it in there twice technically.
Also, I forgot to mention this: the Toad theme from 64 and Luigi's Mansion 1. You know what I'm talking about? The little Toad theme that plays when you talk to Toad in Evil Super Mario 64 or Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube.
Toad theme.
Yeah, there's this one little track that plays when you talk to Toad in Evil Super Mario 64 or the first Luigi's Mansion game, and that's, I think, the only game games it really appeals in. It's been kind of overridden with the Captain Toad theme. Nintendo, I think, only really used it in Super Mario 64 and the first Luigi's Mansion game, but, you have to talk to Toad to save in that first Luigi's Mansion game, so you do hear it every time. A bit of a tangent now, that's not Galaxy. Other Galaxy tracks I want to list off is, of course, Good Egg Galaxy. That's a great one, kind of an introduction to the style. Battle Walk Galaxy, that's a very kind of, boisterous, kind of militaristic in a way sort of sound. And really kind of gets the blood pumping while you're, shaking the Wiimote and whatever. And, of course, Gusty Golden Galaxy.
Of course.
Gusty Golden Galaxy, of course, became quite famous and ended up reappearing in a lot of, little places.
Dude!
Kind of the anthem for Wii Mario.
The fact that, the first part, the mid-credits of the Mario movie, the fact that, the very last song they play in the mid-credits was Gusty Garden, I literally cried. I was like, oh my god.
Gusty Golden Galaxy is one of the most iconic Mario songs, especially for people who grew up, I think, with the Wii.
Yeah, I think that's why I cried hearing it in the Mario movie credits, because it's just I grew up with that song. The Mario movie, I've been wanting a Mario movie for years. This was my childhood, culmination of my childhood coming together, and they put that song at the end. I just was like, oh.
Yeah,
this is everything I've ever wanted.
you could tell that Nintendo knew it was a hit, because it was in that one level in Galaxy 1, and then it was suddenly all over the place in Galaxy 2, and it was also in 3D World.
It still reappears. It's even in Mario Kart 8 on Cloud Top Cruise.
Cloud Top Cruise is actually on my list. It's a good kind of remix, kind of interpolation of...
It starts off with an original tune, and then part of it's just... do 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 do. When I first played Mario Kart 8 and I heard that, absolutely lost my mind. It's like, oh my god, they're bringing this song back.
Cloud Top Cruise is one of the best Mario Kart, and especially Mario Kart 8 songs.
Yeah, and putting Gusty Garden in there helps it, a lot.
Yeah. Matthew, I want to say I think it's your turn again now to pick one, since Galaxy was technically my pick. What are your thoughts?
Okay. I already said my thoughts. It's the best Mario soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna go with New Super Mario Brothers, the DS one.
Hey, good choice.
Which is my favorite of the bunch. I think that a lot of people have criticisms of the new Super Mario Brothers games, but I think one thing you can't really go against it is the soundtracks. And I think my favorite one is the first. I do a lot of first level theme music, and I think that one is pretty good. Like, dun, 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 dun,
oh yeah, I have that in my playlist too. It's so good.
Yeah, it's just really good.
Iconic.
I said this during a previous episode of the Rock Roundtable. I don't remember which one, but one that we did, Matthew, and I said something about how on albums made by popular artists, the record company usually puts something musically like really strong up front as the opening track. I mean, never put like one of the album's duds. Usually as I think this was in the Electric Orchestra Best Album Opener episode.
Go listen to that one, please.
Yeah, go listen to that one. I said that they tend to always put really strong tracks up front as the first one, even if it's not necessarily the single from the album. And you see something kind of similar in video game music especially with Mario and like platformers like that, where they do put out absolute bangles in the first level for I think kind of the same reason. Kind of a parallel from video game soundtracks and like a vinyl record album. And kind of I guess similar to both a video game and a vinyl record, it is a bit harder to skip ahead than it would be on a CD, although obviously you can't do it on a vinyl record. So especially in the past, you would see that sort of methodology applied, and it was nice to see that kind of carried into video games in a way. And the Mario games certainly do that. They put absolute banger songs even just straight up in the first levels. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Another one that's not like a first level theme, but I think is a perfect introduction though is the new Super Mario Bros. Wii title theme. Just
I really like that one. That's I don't play that game that often, but me and my brother and my father used to play it quite a bit back when we originally got we had an original Wii. After a while we got a second Wii that was a black colored one, and it came with New Super Mario Bros. Wii and the CD soundtrack of Super Mario Galaxy 1. And that's the only Mario soundtrack I actually own physically, sadly. But both great things to get with that Wii. And, yeah, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I had some good times with it. I've never quite completed it, I'm ashamed to say, but a very fun game. Of course, most of my time with it was spent when I was 10, so I should go back and finish it.
Yeah, I was very little when I played it, but I remember loving it.
Yeah, it was great, and I don't like seeing people hate on it. Alright, I'm gonna give you another turn, Matt.
Me next?
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you another one.
Alright, well, Is this the last one, or can I keep going?
You can keep going for a while.
Okay, well, we mentioned Galaxy 1, but I have some from Galaxy 2 that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, surprised you didn't mention, Bowie Base Galaxy from the first game, because that song's also really good.
Oh, yeah, I think I mentioned Beach Bowl Galaxy at least, though, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah, you did.
I thought I did. That's a really good underrated track from Galaxy.
And Honey Hive Galaxy. Honey Hive.
Honey Hive, it's kind of a nice ambience to it, but I don't think of it as one of those songs that I can really, get my blood pumping when not playing the game.
But Mario Galaxy 2, there's a lot of songs I like from the second game, but there's 3 in particular that I love the most. So, first, I'll just start with the one that's technically a remix of another song, Throwback Galaxy. Oh my god.
Yeah, we mentioned Bob on Battlefield earlier. Bob on Battlefield theme, this remix went hard. The freaking, sax players just went crazy with it. It's one of the best levels in the game, partly for nostalgia factor, but I also really just like the level design of that level in general. It was great there.
That was the greatest surprise. Was like them putting Womp's Fortress in Mario Galaxy 2. That was the coolest thing. Like, I wish they did that more often. I wish they put like other Mario levels in Mario games more often. Um, I wish they did stuff like that more often though. Was putting bringing back levels from old Mario games, because just seeing Womp's Fortress in Galaxy 2 in HD was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, they kind of did it in kind of in spirit with the Mushroom Kingdom and Odyssey, but I was kind of hoping they would have done a little
That's
bit
true.
more.
Because there are a lot of Mario 64 references there.
Yeah, they kind of did in spirit, but they kind of Odyssey-fied it.
And then
I do
also
hope that they do
I think
it
that,
again.
yeah, I think they just modernized it. But yeah, like the fact you can go into the towers and there's paintings that you can jump in to go back to fight the bosses, like that's cool. And it even makes the original like ba 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 every time you jump in. I was like, oh dude. And you get the Mario 64 suit there, and if you look off in the and Yoshi's on top of the castle,
And you can
and
visit the courtyard from where the Boo Haunted Mansion level is in the original.
oh yeah, and oh yeah, the backyard. I forgot about that. It's not even like updated textures either. They like kept the original model. Like that's so cool. And in the distance, you could see Yoshi's house from Mario World. Like that section's cool. But yeah, Throwback Galaxy was amazing. This reminds me of kind of going off a little, but this reminds me of those leaks about Odyssey getting DLC that would add Isle Delfino from Mario Sunshine, and oh how I wish that happened because
I hope to see Sunshine 2 someday.
getting like Isle Delfino in Mario Odyssey, yeah, or just bring back like Isle Delfino. It'd just be cool to see it back in HD. But like
Yeah.
bringing back Womp's Fortress and we get that sick like live jazz music remix of the Bob on Battlefield Womp's Fortress music in Galaxy 2 was the coolest thing ever. I'll admit, it's my favorite version of the song because it's just so dang good.
Well, I still have some nostalgia for the original sound font, I'm going to be honest myself.
Oh yeah,
But I like both of them.
And my next one for Galaxy 2, I have Puzzle Plank Galaxy.
I
do
have
love
that
the
on my
music for
list
this one.
too, with the fiddling.
Yeah, I love it. It's so catchy. Like
Yeah, that's a great level, and it's got a great theme.
I do. I think I have a lot of good memories with that level too. I think that's why. But like this music as well. This is Mario to me. Like.
Yeah,
I have it playing right now. It's so great.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but although I mention it plenty often, Galaxy 2 along with 64 are my favorite Mario games.
Oh yeah. Also, I do like Puzzle Plank uses like live violin, but it also is like a little bit of synth in there for that one little.
Yeah, it's a nice combo.
And then may I say, by the way, I feel like nobody ever talks about Galaxy 2's soundtrack. Everyone always talks about the first one, but the second one has, even if you don't like the second one as good as the first or whatever else, the soundtrack is just as good. Like
I like Galaxy 2 better than Galaxy. But
me too.
That's a very unpopular opinion. If Aiden was here, he would tell us off.
I think. I feel like part of it might be because I had better memories with Galaxy 2 as a kid. I think I liked it more as a kid, and another bias I have, which this is perfect segue to my third song that I have from Galaxy 2 on here, is because one reason I liked it better was because I had Yoshi. I think this was the game that made Yoshi my favorite Mario character, because one, I played Mario World, he was obviously in that, and I loved him in that, and I recognized him in Galaxy 2, and of course, I knew him from New Super Mario Bros. Wii and other stuff like that, and Mario Kart Wii and other games I'd played at the time. But like, I think this was truly the game where I like fell in love with Yoshi as a character, and like the Yoshi levels are some of the most fun levels in that game.
Yoshi.
Like all the different Yoshi power ups, like the red pepper where he runs fast, the like one where he like becomes a balloon, or like the one where he can like light up in like those dark levels that reference Luigi's.
Yoshi.
Which those levels are cool in and of themselves because they reference Luigi's Mansion, but like, man, the Yoshi levels were some of the most fun ones, and I have most of the memories I have from Galaxy 2 are the Yoshi levels. especially the first one, Yoshi Star Galaxy, which is the song I picked. Because this song, oh, I love this.
Yes, it was on my list too, Matt.
This
It was on
when
both
I
of
think
us.
this is one of those songs when I think of Yoshi, this comes up, and I just picture Yoshi dancing to it for like.
It's another one that's kind of jazzy in a way. It kind of feels like it could have been
No,
in a 3D world.
you know what? Just like Bowser, Yoshi is one of those characters where his music is just always so good. Like this is the song I think of when I think of Galaxy 2 because this is the level that well, it is one of the first levels you do, I guess. So, but like,
Yeah, it's
man,
not the first level. It's like the second level, depending on what path you do.
oh yeah, for me, I think it was like one of the first ones I did. Also, it's even better when you hop on Yoshi and then those little like drums pop in the background.
Yeah, that was a feature from Sunshine originally, where if you were on Yoshi, it would add the
No,
bongos.
that's been a thing since World actually.
Yeah, it was in World 2, but
Cause
you're
like
right.
because like if you hopped on Yoshi in the overworld, it would add the little.
You're right. It was in World. The first time it really appeared in 3D, though, and with the more
Oh
complex
yeah, yeah.
entrance was in
Sunshine
Sunshine.
was the first was in 3D, but it's pretty much been there since Yoshi's debut, which is crazy. But
It's kind of a Yoshi trademark.
yeah, I love it, and I do
Um,
love when like the Yoshi drums kick in. But Yoshi Star Galaxy is one of those ones that makes me wish that Galaxy 2's soundtrack was more appreciated.
and I do want to
Because
shout out a few other songs from Galaxy 2 soundtrack on that note. Sky Station Galaxy, which literally is the first thing.
oh
It's great.
yes,
And I also want to shout out Fluffy Bluff Galaxy, which is kind of a more peaceful, sort of gusty golden light.
that's one I think of a lot. Is that the one with the cloud flower?
Yeah, Cloud Mario, I want him back. Cloud Mario.
Oh no!
He was great.
Oh wait, that is one of them actually. I'm thinking of Cloudy Court Galaxy.
Yeah, that one was good too. Cloud Mario, he was great. It was the only thing I don't like.
That power up was fun.
The only thing I don't like about the Galaxy games is we never had Cloud Mario and the Galaxy version of Ice Mario in the same game. Ice Mario never was only in the first one and didn't come back for 2. That's the only That's the only thing that I really don't like about 2, which otherwise I love, is that
I mean,
Ice
I kind of liked that on power ups though. They were a lot more like unique than the first game, I guess.
I just wish Galaxy 2 had Ice Mario, specifically the Galaxy version of Ice Mario in it, because
Yeah, but
that
I think
transformation was really cool.
But I think the point was that they wanted it to have entirely different power ups, so it wouldn't feel like as similar.
True. Hopefully
But
one day though we'll get the ice flower and the mushroom flower in the same game.
well, we also have Rock Mario. I love that one.
Yeah, Rock Mario's cool.
Cloudy Court's another one that has a lot of memories for me.
Mario Galaxy 2 just in general is an underrated, especially
Oh, here
the
it is.
first one.
Oh man, that brings me back. Holy dude, that brings. Oh my god, I miss being a kid. I hate aging.
Alright, and that is all for today's episode of Rock Roundtable on the mainline Super Mario Bros. Series, but we will be doing spin-offs coming up here in a few weeks, such as Mario Kart and Luigi's Mansion, Yoshi Island, etc., and we will of course do more episodes on video game music at some point in the near future, so please, once again, if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for listening to this all the way through, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.